You're too caught up on business strategy, marketing strategy, content creation, and you're not addressing your burnout, you're wasting your time. Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Gabby. For those of you who don't know me, I create videos regarding that first awkward year of entrepreneurship, and I just hold your hand throughout that process and help you systemize, organize, and get started with your business. This is another C2C training, concept to career training, where I am going to educate on a specific topic, and today is all about burnout. Burnout is actually one of the most common symptoms that entrepreneurs have. Actually, entrepreneurs are statistically known to get more depressed than traditional workers. And so burnout is one of the reasons why we get depressed, because we get overworked, overtired, and we don't know how to organize, prioritize, or delegate specific tasks. So today I'm going to share with you 3 ways that I avoid burnout. The first one being I create a system for absolutely everything. And I'll give you some examples as to what I mean by that. First, let's go to my computer. So the first way I systemize is through my CRM, my client relationship management software. I already made a whole YouTube video regarding CRM, so I'll leave it up here for those of you who haven't watched it. But pretty much I use Honeybook for CRM, and it helps me categorize my clients into action steps. So this, for example, says follow-up, meetings, proposal sent, proposal signed, retainer paid, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the picture, but pretty much this enables me to understand how to go about my clients and how to follow up with them, communicate with them, and it really helps my brain rest. So if I go to tools, I pretty much systemized and automized all of the actual resources that I send to my clients on a day-to-day basis. So like contracts, proposals, questionnaires, brochures, and even emails that I just have to, if you are an entrepreneur, you know, you're crafting emails over and over and over and over again saying the same thing. So this is incredibly important for you to be able to just make a system out of your day-to-day routine. The next system I have in place is Google Calendar with my ClickUp. ClickUp is a task management software that I utilize to understand which tasks, when, how, where they need to be done. Pretty much this is my whole entire brain, and this is when each task needs to happen, pretty much. So the synchronicity and synergy between these two is essential for my whole entire business to function. If you need more tips regarding ClickUp and calendar, Google Calendar after this video, please let me know in the comments. I would love to make another video, but pretty much here is where I house all the tasks that I talk to my videographer with, my actual tasks. I also have a social media flow where I plan all my content. Here is my first quarter of the year content, and I kind of drag and drop this here. And then I also have information regarding my launches here, both in English and in Spanish. And then this is where I actually host my course, my Jumpstart Your Business course. Every single client of mine has a copy of this. So this is pretty much how I help them get started with business, is through a task management software so they can schedule their own tasks. These first 4 are my personal task management folders, and then these 2 are my English and Spanish version of the actual templates that I sell. And this all enables me to categorize the tasks and homeworks and errands that I need to run all in one place. And this enables me to schedule it. So as you can see, I'm recording videos right now, and I put here as a task what exactly I am recording. I have a bus day tomorrow. I have meetings with my membership clients. I have meetings with new clients, potential clients, and I have reminders. I have collaboration calls. I have a workshop on Saturday. All of this is what's currently happening and how my time's going to be divided and used, but this is where all the actual nitty-gritty is. Next system that I have in place is Funnelytics. Funnelytics is pretty much how I help my clients and myself systemize systems. So this is how I see them visually. It's a free software. I can do a whole different tutorial regarding this, but it's pretty much like a plug and play. You just put emojis or images, elements, however you want to call this here, icons, and you go step by step what happens. So for example, for the CRM example, and I did a whole video regarding CRM. So if you need help with CRMs, go click on this little link that I'm putting up here. But pretty much CRMs help me go from a clarity session to a booked and paid program, right? So this is pretty much how the client comes in, and it's the whole journey and the softwares and the action steps that I need to go through, and this just helps me see it visually. So this is a must for me to avoid. Another way that I create a system is through delegation. I delegate a lot. I just simply know that there are things in my business that I'm not really passionate about, and I create better when I'm doing things that I love, and therefore I delegate things that I'm not really good at. For example, research, social media research, or audience research, market research. All of that includes going into Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, whatever software you utilize, and scroll. Look into other people's profiles, look into what's trending, look into what sounds you want to use, all of that. I don't like or enjoy spending time on social media. And so what I do is I delegate that task. I have a social media strategist, a marketing strategist that takes care of that for me. So I delegate that task to them. Another way that I delegate is through content batching. So today is a content batch day for me. I am videoing a lot of different videos that I want to put out there in the next 3 weeks. I'm doing TikToks, I'm doing Reels, I'm doing YouTube, and then after that, I delegate. I send it to my social media strategist, and she creates the thing for me. Because editing and making things make sense and trending, all those things, it's just really not my cup of tea. Another thing that I love delegating is copywriting. I love talking on the camera. I love making videos, create things intuitively, but I don't like really overthinking and being super perfect about my copy. That's why I have a copywriter that does that all for me. So you get the gist. It's just ways that you can enjoy your work more and work in your zone of genius more. I'm a good coach and I'm a good creator, but at certain things, right? So spend time doing what you love and delegate the rest. The second way that I avoid burnout is by clocking out. This seems redundant, this seems very simple, but a lot of you don't clock out. You're constantly working on your phone, and you think that you're not working because you're not sitting on a desk and you're just in your bed, but you're still answering those emails and those phone calls or messages, and that is not clocking out. Now, how do I clock out? I have a lot of hobbies that enable me to clock out, and they motivate me to clock out. For example, I am currently remodeling a school bus to make into a tiny mobile home, and so that is pretty much a part-time job. I clock out, and it motivates me to clock out to continue working on that dream. I also rock climb, and I go to the bouldering gym at least 3 to 4 times a week, and that enables me and motivates me to stay healthy, to stay active, and also clock out. I socialize with my loved ones. I currently have a schedule for me to clock out every night, make dinner, and talk to my loved ones, actually connect with them deeply. And I play. I get creative through cooking, through learning new recipes, through walking outside and being in nature. I do things that excite me and motivate me and make me miss work. So when I come back, I really give it my all, recharged. And the third and final way that I avoid burnout is through practicing digital wellness. I'm a certified digital wellness educator. I've made lots of videos regarding digital well-being. If you want to learn more about it, please let me know. I'll leave some of the videos I already created up here, but I love practicing digital wellness. I can say that it has definitely helped me tremendously to prevent all anxious, depressive, and exhausting feelings that come with feeling burnt out and feeling overwhelmed and feeling like I just can't take it anymore. You know, I got to that point, particularly in the pandemic, where we were just obligated to do nothing else but work, but sit in our computer or on our phone. And it really took a toll on me, so much that I got certified in digital well-being. And I teach in my systems, in my behind the scenes of work, in the way that I coach my clients, I teach them how to incorporate that in their life, because I truly feel like it's really not a luxury anymore, it's a necessity. Now, I'll explain a little bit more as to what exactly burnout looks like in relationships with digital wellness. So let's talk about mere presence. Mere presence is pretty much when you have your phone right next to you and you just can't avoid the feeling of wanting to touch it and look at it. That is one of the symptoms of burnout in digital well-being. Another way that digital wellness comes into play regarding burnout is Zoom fatigue. There is such thing as Zoom fatigue. Zoom fatigue is when you're pretty much in that Zoom meeting and there's a bunch of people there with different faces and different backgrounds and different distractions. There is an overwhelming feeling and fatigue that takes over us when we frequently stare at a screen like that. So best practices is just to make sure that you don't have your phone really next to you when you work. That helps me tremendously. I just leave it in the other room. I put it in airplane mode and I make sure that I'm using time blocking. So I have an actual extension on my Google Chrome called Marinara Pomodoro. And Pomodoro is a technique where you pretty much consume content or create content every 30 minutes or every hour, however you want to divide it. But I have like an hour where I fully concentrate on my work and I leave my phone elsewhere or wherever I can't see it really. And then I have a timer that goes off after that hour. I take a 10-minute break and I go grab my phone, do my thing, scroll if I want to, and then the timer goes off again for me to do another batch of work for a full hour. That helps me tremendously regarding mere presence. In terms of Zoom fatigue, what I do is I pretty much turn off everyone else's cameras and I just stare at the speaker view. That helps me tremendously when it comes to overwhelm, because I do get very overwhelmed during Zoom calls. And another way to incorporate digital well-being is having rituals to connect, whether that is meditation, doing yoga, doing exercise, and just something without technology, even exercise without the help of YouTube or apps and things like that. Just be with you. If it's a guided yoga, or if it's you going out in nature and going on a hike without music or anything, that really does connect you back to you and it makes you crave work again. Make sure you leave in the comments any other ways that you avoid burnout so we can all help each other. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more of these educational videos regarding that first year of entrepreneurship. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.